Yo guys, what is up? Mr. Dippin' Gamer here with you today, bringing you a brand new video. And today we are again on iRacing, racing at MotorLand Aragon. This is a 3.15 mile road course in Aragon, Spain. So here we are coming up to the first, and first thing I want to show is this dude netcoding me, and luckily we were both able to save it, but everyone else got past me. So that's right off the bat, that's the type of race you're going to see. Well, not really, but anyways, let's get back into it. This is a 3.15 mile road course with 17 turns in Carnage, Aragon, Spain. Really fun course. Only problem is this was the top split, and I am nowhere near good enough as these guys were. So my whole thing about coming into this race was just to increase my safety rating after last week's race. So I was just going to run some laps in the back. I knew I didn't have a snowball's chance in hell to win this race. So let's rattle off a couple numbers here. Ended up qualifying 18th with a 2:04.21 second lap. Like I said, this is the first split or top split with a strength of field of 2:24.90. So really fast guys. These guys were running in the 1:57s, and my fastest lap in practice was a 2:01.57. So I was nowhere close to these guys. But like I said, my whole goal for this race was just to run my lines, try to not get as many off tracks as possible, try to avoid all the wrecks, and hope that enough people wrecked out where I would get a somewhat decent finish. But yeah, I do like this track. It's just, it wasn't as enjoyable. I wasn't as competitive because you're going to see these guys end up pulling away from me, and there was not much that I was able to do. So after the first lap, we end up coming in 17th with 3 vehicles that had crashed on that lap. So next up, you're going to see lap number 4, where a car that had wrecked out earlier does a little bump and run, sends me out wide, and he just passes me. He apologized, so it's all good. But yeah, I end up dropping down to P18. Up next, you're going to see lap number 8, where there was a wreck up in front, and I was able to pick up one more position, now being up to P17. Coming up to lap 11, I was able to catch a vehicle that was slower in front of me because he had gotten into a wreck. But before this, there was another wreck where 2 positions ended up disqualifying, disconnecting. So I was able to pick up P15, and then right now I just picked up P14. Coming up to lap 15, a little butt-clinching moment for me with an LMP passing me and then spinning it right in front of me. So, like I said, I was just trying to avoid any incident points. And coming up to lap 16, my fastest lap of the race, with a 2:03.53. Like I said, nowhere close to what the guys were coming, but coming up to the first turn, brake down the 3rd gear, get back on the gas slowly, full throttle through all of gear, come up right when you hit the cones, brake a little bit, drop it down to 4th gear. As soon as you hit the apex, get back on the gas, full throttle all the way through here. After you hit the rumble strips on your left, brake hard, down to 3rd gear. Once you hit the apex again, just kind of feather the throttle, and then pretty much a full send through these little turns here. Right before you hit that line, brake again, drop down to 3rd gear, hit the apex, feather the throttle back all the way up. Coming into this little Laguna Seca-like chicane, drop it down to 3rd gear, feather the throttle, get back on the brakes, drop it down to 2nd gear, get through that turn, and then lead forward all the way through here, let off a little bit. As soon as you feel the car planted, just stomp on that gas, leading all the way to this other left-hander. Right before you hit the rumble strips, drop it down to 3rd gear, and right for the corner, step back on it. And you can kind of full throttle all the way through here, lifting a little bit if you feel your car slipping out. As soon as you hit those cones on your left, drop it down to 3rd gear, kind of feather the throttle, get back on the gas, and then back on the brakes, drop it down to third gear, so you could get yourself a good shoot down this long back stretch over here. And this last turn I was having the most issues with, because I just couldn't judge where I needed to get it, but towards the end of the race I started getting it. So brake down to fourth, kind of coast it, down in fourth, and just slowly ease back into the throttle to go all the way and shoot you back to the start finish line. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, don't forget to subscribe. It truly does help out the channel a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video next week. Again, in the GT4 multi-class cup or whatever, we're actually doing pretty well. Ranked 266th in the world, even though we don't have the greatest finishes. But stay tuned for the Carnage Report, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.